Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. I did a video reacting to this, basically just telling you my ideas behind it and how it could have been different. So I'm going to do a second one. Someone requested something for like week 3 or something, and I said I just do the whole thing anyway, just the whole movie. I got one whole movie put together, just week 1, 2 and 3, and the grand final parody, just put in all one big movie. So we'll just do this one. So yeah, I'm not going to go through the whole thing though. We're just going to I'm going to tell you some things about it. So first of all, 2 characters, two clubs, we're always going to stay the same characters. Richmond as Thanos and Thor as Collingwood. Because what I thought would happen was Collingwood and Richmond would fight each other again. That's what I thought would happen. Never happened in the finals. So that backfired a little bit. Basically, my idea was that Richmond were the hardest team to beat. And they were the hardest team to beat. They were 9 wins in a row going to the finals. They were on fire. So them as Thanos made sense. And Collingwood's were like the only team to stop Richmond in the finals in the last 3 years. That's why I put them as Thor, because they could actually stop Richmond. They proved they could stop them. So that's why they were 4. But never got to the final to face Richmond anyway. So that backfired a lot. I did change it around though with teams quite a lot. So, but apart from that, like those 2 clubs were always meant to be the same. Oh yeah, by the way, this song at the start is from a movie. It's called Lockdown theme song, Transformers. That's what this is. Dun, 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 dun. I love that theme song. Sorry, excuse me, Davidoff Films. I put that in there because like usually when in movies they put multiple logos in there, and I thought I'd put this in there because it's my film's logo, and it's technically a film, a parody of a film. So yeah. By the way, this scene got copyrighted in the movie. So the movie, it was copyrighted, but I put this same scene in week 1 parody, never got claimed. That one's still monetized. But this whole video got monetized for these 30 seconds of West Coast Essendon by Warner Brothers. And what's even weirder is, right, you see this scene, this part right here, this was copyrighted in the grand final parody, but not in this video. But this video was copyrighted for the West Coast Essendon thing, even though it was not copyrighted in week 1. What are you doing, YouTube? It's not even YouTube, but what are you doing? Companies are just so weird. But anyway, yeah, this was in this fight, Batman actually wins. So it's kind of like, if you've seen the movie, it's kind of like flawed a little bit. But the thing is, Batman doesn't finish him. If Batman actually killed him, then it would have been a better to like put Batman as West Coast. But I just thought, I wanted to put this scene in, and I just thought, yeah, just have him smashing Essendon down like this. And just cut it off there.
Pick a door. Alright then, no. That's my door. Pick another door. What's wrong with you?
I loved editing this one. This was funny.
This is your door. What's the matter? You got a lot of bad guys behind that door?
It was like a last minute idea. I was like, this would be a cool trailer to do. This sums up the Giants Bulldogs game actually really well. That was it's accurate. It's very accurate. Unbelievable. Oh yeah, this was just Brisbane just getting destroyed. And then this was hilarious to do. Just get Dusty. Dusty's the planet. Throw Dusty down to the ground. Love it. And this is just where Brisbane just gets smacked. Look at this. Nope. KO. Pretty much. Brisbane did show some fight, but they couldn't shoot properly. Then they got smashed. Unbelievable, mates. Unbelievable. But yeah, that was pretty cool to do. That was I love that. I love Infinity War. It's one of my favorite movies ever. Really enjoyed it. It's better than Endgame. Fight me on that one. Way better than Endgame. But yeah, I just had to use this movie as like the main part of the parody because I just love the movie so much. But if I do them next year, it won't be Infinity War. It'll be something else. I don't know what yet. But I got an idea for a trailer for the next season. I'm not gonna do it yet until like the season starts though. It's way too early now. But I got an idea for a trailer, which you will see probably in like January or February. But anyway, yeah, this is the week 1. And this was one of the most accurate ones in my opinion. Also has Lockdown as well. You know the start theme song I was talking about? That is Lockdown. He's a character and it was his theme song. And you kind of hear his theme song in the background as well. And that's his ship. I liked him. He was a really good villain. I really liked him as villain. I just thought I had to use him in there at some points. And I picked this battle between him and the mighty Optimus Prime. It was pretty accurate. Aside from this, like the Giants did smash him at the start, to be fair. But I think it was pretty accurate for the most part. It's a pretty close game. Especially in the second half. This is Richmond basically like getting the lead at the end, basically. This is what it represents, them getting the lead. And then the sword is Giants scoring the winner. So, just so you know. I kept the logo in a different angle because I wanted to see the vomit coming out. And then there's the coach there. Just lying on the floor. Oh, this was my favorite part. Maybe not completely accurate, but this was by far, out of the whole finals movie, my favorite scene to edit. I loved editing this because this, like, for me, is the best Batman fight scene I've seen. And for it to actually like be a movie parody in this, it was awesome to edit. I just loved it. I love this. I love this. For me, the best Batman fight scene in the movie. Maybe it isn't better in games, but in a movie, definitely this one. I love doing that. That was sick. By the way, that scene's a lot longer. It's like 10 minutes long, but I just put a preview of it instead because that would have been ages to edit. But anyway, yeah, this is Thanos picking up the gauntlet. Fine, I'll do it myself. I love this part. Yes, you will. And he did. I'm so glad they won. I mean, I wanted Brisbane to win, to be fair, but it wouldn't have made any sense if they didn't win, because they were the strongest character, and he won Infinity War, so it made complete sense for sure. Yeah, and this was probably the most accurate one actually. This one, the most accurate one. This Geelong did well. This is the first half basically. Geelong showed them. And then this is after half time. Basically Richmond's first goal in the second half, essentially. And there's the second half, pretty much summed up. Smash! I love this. Love it. Ah yeah, this. So my expectation was that they would beat the Giants. And what I was going to use was the Wakanda scene. If you know, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. It's like the best part of the movie when Thor arrives in Wakanda and he goes in the air with his axe and the lightning all around him. That is such an amazing scene, and I really wanted to use it, and I couldn't because they lost. And I didn't want to use the Giants as Thor because I wanted Thor to stay as Collingwood consistently throughout the series. So. Someone came up with the idea though, I can't remember his name, but someone came up with the idea to use this scene, use him taking, because there's a person who's got to dying really, he almost died here. This behind him is a star, basically a sun. He's taking the heat of the sun through him, so very hot, and he almost died, so I thought, yeah, this is pretty close to dying, so we'll just have this, and the Giants are the heat basically. Yeah, but not as fun as the rest of the scenes. I'll tell you that much. So this, what you're about to see, is Collingwood's last behind. That was a reference, look. There. That's Collingwood's last behind. It was intentional, the left post, the bottom. But yeah, there we go. Then there's Collingwood dead. And then the end game preview. Aside from that, I never used an end game scene. I might consider something in the future, but I'm thinking to do something else for 2020.
Back to me.
And then they got smashed. So this was just the Giants just getting smashed. Basically, in the movie, Thanos just came in He just took everyone out, and everyone except Thor got destroyed pretty much. They just all got knocked out. It just it was a clamoring. Thor wasn't even here at this point. Then Thor came in and threw an axe. That wasn't in this. I cut that intentionally because that would intend that they actually fought back, but they didn't. They got battered. And this, to be fair, this part could be debated on because he's holding Richmond back, and to be fair, he's holding back as well, Thanos. But then again, they did miss quite a lot of shots. They probably should have got more than 125 points, to be honest. But still, I felt that was still pretty good. He just smashed them, and then basically this whole bit, this few seconds, you cut to this, and from this point, obviously this happens. You get Toby Green, and then he throws an axe. Thor throws an axe into his chest. I was gonna put that in the trailer. You see the fist as well. It was pretty funny putting a fist in. But I was gonna put that in the trailer. Not in the trailer, sorry. I was gonna put it in the finals movie. I was gonna change the ending. But the thing is, the Giants showed no fight anyway. So I thought I'd just leave it as it was in the actual parody. And cut out the bit where he got cut with an axe. So yeah, where is it? Where's my finals movie gone? Yeah, back here. So that's why I cut it out. I just thought I'd go to the point where for some reason he's bent down and he's saying you should have stayed at home. But yeah, there we go.
Stay at home.
Yes, you should. I love the snap. The snap is flipping amazing.
Ready? Run from it. Destiny arrives all the same. Now it's here.
I love the logo. It looks so majestic. When he says like, when he says he's inevitable, it sounds like the tiger's talking, and I like that. I like that a lot. I like that. But brilliant. It's just awesome. It's just awesome. So yeah. So these are like the inevitable one is from Endgame actually, Endgame audio. But yeah, Infinity War and Endgame audio mixed up basically in that. So yeah, there we go. That's my ideas behind it. Like it was gonna be like that was basically the plan the whole time. Aside from Thor and Quantum was meant to be one of them. Thor arriving in Wakanda was meant to be a scene. Never happened. So yeah, aside from that, I think the parodies turned out fine. I was gonna use a Godzilla scene, by the way. I was gonna use him versus King Ghidorah, but I cut it out as well. There's another one. So yeah, this is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and see ya.